Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Apex Realistic League, round 14, Netherlands. This is our realistic tier. We've got. I apologise, I'm joining a bit late. I was doing another stream beforehand that ran late, so I've only just managed to get in. As you see at the moment, guys are running fastest on a 112.2. Brian P2 also on a 112.2, but we've lost Matt. What has happened? We've lost Matt. Oh, Trev, if you're out there, I apologise. I've lost Matt. I've missed Matt retiring. My apologies. In a way, let's find the person that's actually on track so you can watch something. Alan's on track. Let's do that while I do all my background stuff and get myself into the stream and stuff. Where is it? It is. Oh, I think the name's reverted back to. No, it hasn't. There we go. Let's just share this in Arc. Second. So, hey Sarah. Nice to see you, bud. I don't know why. This is a different stream. I don't know why it's still got comments from the last stream on there. Anyway, yes, Matt, I missed you binning it. Wet collie it's meant to be, but then dry race. You don't look very well at the moment. What's wrong with your weather forecaster, mate, I think. Anyway, Alan had gone into P3 on a 112.3, but he's just done 112.2. So he's down P2 by 2,000 a second. Of course, it is full qualifying, so it's going to be about getting through to the next stage of qualifying rather than the top boys. So, i.e., can the Haas boys make it through this week? We've got a full 20 grid, which is lovely to see. Love to see full 20. Something doesn't seem right at the moment. I'm just going to come out. Just try a second. Refresh that. Guys, I will be with you in a moment. It's just something doesn't quite add up on my end. Just want to fix because I don't particularly want to be going through a whole race just to find out I haven't done it correctly. There we go. Now, excellent. And so now if I go here. It's on the wrong stream, that's why I was getting old comments coming up. There we go. Here we are. I'm now on the proper stream. But I was on the wrong stream and yet I could see Sarah and Matt making comments. I don't know. Technology befuddles me. Befuddles. We don't need any of that for Q1. Telemetry, lap delta, full track map. And a driver that's actually driving around the circuit would be a good one. So let's go with Jon Snow. He's on his first hot lap of the session. So let's catch me up. So who's in trouble at the moment? Adrian's still in the pits. He's not set a lap yet. Is he intending on... I was going to say, is he intending on not bothering? But he is. Bristow's just been disqualified. which will automatically start him from the back. Jon Snow into the last 3 corners. We'll be entering into the final corner. Now, there's a car off track, but they're just getting out of the way. The looks of it. And Jon Snow crosses the line in a Ferrari, going P1 on 111.8. We have an Alpha of LMP that's I thought was completing a lap, but it's pitted. Lil Daz in the Williams coming into the final corner. Can he improve? No, he's well off. He's been starting the lap, so let's stay with Lil Daz actually and see a full lap. So the car's retiring, but they're doing it in the pit lane as they feel they're safe enough to get through. Hey, convicts. Sorry, Trev. I'm so sorry, buddy. I was commentating Wheelspin Racing League, the penultimate race of the season. Somebody won a championship, and oh, Lil Daz is round. He's had a little spin. He's somewhere over that hill. On board with him. Oh, those tyres will feel lovely coming back onto the track. Don't press accelerator too hard, Daz. His crew goes past him. Anyway. Yeah, so sorry, Trev. It just overran. We had the full 5 safety cars. So probably the longest race of the season, being Singapore. So it just went on. But it was a great race. And I did let them know that we were going straight back live for this one, so maybe 1 or 2 might join us. Wind themselves down from their own race, maybe. That's Daz. No point in being on board, is there? It's Bill Vadrian, who's just about to cross the line, and he goes P14 in the Haas. Will that be enough? Unfortunately, it does mean he's just knocked his teammate out as it stands. I think he's coming out, is he? I'm not sure. So Dreams moves down into P16. Arc Runner is now the driver in trouble in the Merc. The other Merc is currently out as it stands, so the Mercedes in real trouble. Canty is out on a lap, and you'd suggest that maybe Canty and an Aston Martin should really be getting through Q1, so she can never be too sure, but I think so. Just watch Adrian to the end of sector 2. It doesn't look like he's gone for another lap. No, he hasn't. He's 2 seconds down. So Canty then is right on board with him. This lap, the telltale lap. So Mercedes is in trouble. They are on an out lap. Actually, Arc Runner. He'll happen again in the race, so it's all good. Convict asking what happened, Matt. Trev just responded, well, he's rubbish. That's what happened. Very harsh. So, Canty had purpled the second sector. There's a yellow flag around here. Somebody is off in the final corner. As Canty goes across the line into P14. Not as high up as I expected. In fact, at this rate, you might want his Alpha. He's moved into the Aston and taken Sierra's place, who's moved down to the Alpha. And Sierra's a place ahead of him as it stands, so Canty might be asking for his Alfa Romeo back. Arc Runner slightly up at the end of Sector 1. It's an important lap. He needs to find just over 2.5 temps to get, well, potentially to get through. He's got the other Mercedes of Useless Livestock behind him. Well, Arc Runner is half a second up now. Just needs to be tidy. The rest of the lap. Maverick's sticking pretty close to him, so this could be both Mercedes getting themselves through. Arc Runner all looks pretty tidy. Surely this is enough. He goes into P7, and Useless Livestock, his teammate, goes into P14. Sarah is now in trouble. Canty starts another lap. Sarah does not have enough time to get back out on track. Adrian is a 10th up, which is enough to put him ahead of Sarah if he keeps it till the end of the lap, but he's had a moment. And he's slowed down. He's going to start another lap. He's going to have to go again, but he's got no energy. What about Dreams? Dreams is a quarter of a second up, so he is on target to get through. Oh no, sorry, that was his last lap. Was a quarter of a second quicker. Started a new lap. Adrian's come into the pits. So Adrian is out. I think Sarah... Where's Canty? He is down at the end of the second sector. I think Sarah's going to get lucky here. Yeah, Dreams is well down. No sign of rain that I can see. It looks like we're going to lose the Aston Martin of Canty. He's right across the line. But he's not. He's gone into the pits, in fact. Dreams is second down. What a shame for Adrian, because he came out. He was going quick enough that he would have knocked Sarah out and got the Haas through. But he just had a moment out of the third from final turn. It means Sarah's going to get through by the skin of his teeth, and we are going to lose Canty, Adrian, well, both Haas, unfortunately, Adrian and Dreams, but both of them will start ahead of Matt, who binned it, and Bristow, who's been disqualified. So, difficult one. But that'll be that. The rest of the retirements, I'm sure, are just people retired in the pits. So I think they're all going to take part. Bristow just saying that he span. The reason he got disqualified was because he span. Right, I'm going to guess that Dreams has joined qualifying late. And that's why he's still going. And into the pits now. Okay, yeah, so Bristow saying he span. He ended up facing the wrong way down the pit exit. And there were cars coming round to turn 1, so he couldn't move. He then got disqualified because of it. Yeah, the game's like that, Bristow, unfortunately. Hopefully it's one of the things I'll fix next time out. Unfortunately, you can't teach a game, or you can't teach a computer common sense. It doesn't, you can't program common sense, so... That's the problem with that one. So what else we got going on then? A bit more chat going on. Had to go wireless to let me know if I'm lagging. Says Sarah. Trev, that's a good point, says Matt. Yeah, no, you're right, Trev. Matt ain't giving you anything to work with for a while, so got to do it tonight, hasn't he? Brian said it's actually pretty close in midfield. Matt saying, rub it in, why don't you, Brian? You are now spectating the session in progress. I know. I don't want to participate in it. I want to spectate it. Right, this time we want to see tyres. There we go. Let's check everything else off. That is an AlphaTauri, I think, which can... Well, it can only be Alan, because Matt's left his in a wall somewhere. Q1, so... Alan is first out on track and will be first to set a time. He's coming out on softs. Maybe just doing a cider lap, potentially, on his softs from Q1 before doing a medium tyre run. Or he may just want to start a race on softs, you never know. Tunes went purple and says summer. Yeah, second says summer. Yeah, it's nice to see Brian. It's very nice to see. In fact, I think we've got the teams pretty well down. It's one or two could be shuffled about, but I think we've got it pretty accurate to how we wanted, so that everyone's able to compete in the cars they have. So Alan's crossed the line and he's onto the first lap. His first lap of Q2. The first lap of Q2. I was right first time. Oh, that coffee's still too hot. Well, Matt, he reserves it all for you, buddy. He fancies you more, so he's nastier to you. Do you know what it's like with boys? We're always nasty to the ones we fancy. So Alan... Oh, Maverick's out! Maverick has... binned it out of the final corner, I think. There's no cars coming round there. Alan would be next to get round, by which time I expect the car would be gone. He might not be gone. He's just around here. Should see him yet. He's just over by the pit wall, look. Or the pit entry. His car has now been moved, so that was a speedy job from the marshals. Alan then 112.4 puts in provisional pole as it stands, but Gazza goes quicker on the mediums. 112.4. It's not that much difference between a McLaren and an AlphaTauri, so that's impressive. Gazza. Daz 112.6. Sarah's round. Sarah is round. He's right. I think he's flat spotted the right rear wheel tyre thingy. Can't really see it. He's off again in a way, at least he's not out. Who else we got? Is Arc Runner is on a lap. I think Mary must have invalidated his first lap because he's going an extra one. So let's ride with Arc Runner's going slow at the moment. He's winding up. Oh, he's not got any front wings, so he would be going slow, wouldn't he? So Arc Runner's had some sort of incident there. I did just out you guys, sorry, but it had to be done. I don't think it was really a secret, let's be honest. Let's go with Gru then. Gru, you're on a lap. Can you do one without invalidating, please? Or spinning, or doing something silly like the others that we've seen so far. Sarah in the end to the 112.8. It's mighty close. Mighty close. Look at from P4 down to P10, all covered by 4/10 of a second. It's mighty close. This could be a real fight to get through into Q3. Let's face it, Netherlands track that I know, obviously, I know when I say it's going to sound a bit silly, but Netherlands is a track where you do want to be as high up the grid as possible. And before anybody says, well, you want to be as high as possible at every track, I just mean because it is actually really quite difficult to overtake here. So I don't know what they're all going on doing there. I have no idea. Can anyone just do... Oh, can racing. There we go. He's in a Williams for second week running, I think. He's just gone P4 in the Williams. That's a nice lap from Kenyon. Cedric crossed the line. That's to start a lap though. So let's watch Cedric in the Red Bull. Enough energy to do another lap. Only because I'm jealous, Matt. That's why I did it. So, just welcome to everyone that's tuned in. I see our viewers are going up slightly every so often, so thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far. And I hope you enjoy it. Did I just see some rain? I think it's raining. It is. It's raining. Here comes the rain. Oh no, that's sun, isn't it? Wrong song. What's a song that says about rain? It's raining men. W word. Crew's round. Someone else is round. Everybody's round. Crew spun. Somebody else had spun as well. Who was that? I'm sure somebody else had spun. Crew handily spun it right next to the pits, but I think that could be Q2 done and gone because it is raining. In comes Convict. Mario's still on track. Going extremely slow. The rain has affected the track very, very quickly. I don't believe anybody else is going to be able to get through. I think that is Q2 effectively finished. Brian is stuck on a set of intermediates. He's going to come out and have a go on intermediates. Perhaps to get used to the track in case they've got a bit, and Jon Snow is as well by the looks of it. Perhaps just to get used to the track in case they've got to use them in the race. But Matt did say the race was going to be dry, but can change. I don't know what they've got the weather settings on. I do think the forecast accuracy you shouldn't have. You don't want perfect. It's much more exciting if you don't have that on perfect. So Mario, as you can see, is going to come into the pits, drive straight through a discarded wheel. Haas boys, as they're all coming in, wait for them all to come in. You can get yourselves out there and pick up a wheel. It might come in handy later on in the season. An extra wheel. So, we may as well go to the intermediate boys. Gaz is also going to come out and have a little run out on the inters. Just to get a feel for them, I suppose. And it's not necessarily for the race, of course. If it's raining now, you assume it's going to be wet in Q3. So they're getting the feelers in now, ready to do some laps in Q3, I would presume. Unfortunately, that will be the end of qualifying for both Red Bulls, Cedric and Mario, both Mercedes, Useless and Arc Runner, and indeed Gru in the Aston Martin. Gru tends to like starting from about 13th actually. I don't think he'd worry about that too much. Normally got a little sneaky strategy thing underneath his belt or something like that. So I still expect to see him reasonably high up in the points come the end of the race. can't see us getting through a race in the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Incident free, so I expect to see some incidents. Well, we'll see it if I catch it anyway. That's the problem. Yeah, that's one thing to think about it, Cedric. You're in P11. If you aren't on pole position, it's the next best position to start the race from, so they say. I would argue that P2 is the second best position to start the race from, but, you know, I would always rather start 11th than P7, 8 or 9 or 10. If I can't get in the top 6, I'd rather start 11th, buddy, so maybe even top 5. So here's one of the tracks where there's definitely different strategies involved. Can do a one stop, medium to hard. I wouldn't suggest doing a one stop soft to medium or medium to soft. It's not a big pit lane here, so rather than doing a one stop, if you only want to use soft to mediums, you probably end up being quicker by two stopping in that scenario. As we watch Brian just doing, let's go to John. Oh no, John's pitted. Gazza's doing some intermediate laps. Let's have a look at Gazza doing some intermediate laps. While everybody else is going, why don't they just retire? Why don't they just retire? We've got to wait. Well, because they're being sensible. They're getting some practice in, ready for Q3. That's why these guys will be at the top. And you lot will all be stuck in a wall somewhere. They're practicing. It's not massively exciting for the stream, I admit, but as I say, it is sensible from them on some laps, getting used to the track. Of course, then what will happen is we'll start Q3 and it'll be full wets. That wheel's still there, Haas boys. You can go on and get that. Go and get that wheel. I wouldn't go out just yet because Brian's coming round to that part of the track and he'd probably run you over. It's a bit dodgy, Brian. You would have been safe on this occasion, but if he'd have seen you there, he probably would have panicked and ran you over, so probably better. I'll admit I'm not sure why Mario's doing laps on the intermediates if the race is dry. It's just thought, well, if everybody else is, I may as well have a bit of fun. Why not, I suppose. It's Mario! Crosses the line on a 1:22.1, so an 8-second difference to his soft lap time, but soft lap time wasn't a lap time, to be fair, so looks like the laps at the moment are about 10 seconds slower than they were in the dry, roughly. Snow's come back out. It's all about. Guys, I've lost the viewer because you lot are staying out on track instead of getting on with Q3. So rude. Well, while we're waiting, guys, we can see the top 10 and who's definitely through, so who's your money on for pole? Who do you reckon is going to take pole position? I think Jon Snow's got to be a huge favourite in the Ferrari. I don't think we've seen his fastest yet. Both McLarens have got a chance, without a doubt. Ryan's top of the standings in this qualifying. Whether he can see that Alpine actually to pole, we'll see. He's a mighty quick driver, so I wouldn't rule him out. Other than that, looking down the order, Convict's got through in the other Ferrari, so he could be a contender, although I don't think the 1:12.8 he did was the fastest he can do. I think that's just wound up. It was, lucky enough, it's got him through. So Q2 has finally ended, and yes, Brian. Yeah, well, no, I didn't accuse you of running people over. I just said that you probably would if someone come out on track to grab that discarded wheel. I was trying to get the Haas boys to get out and pick it up to use later in the season, but I said don't do it right now because you were coming round to the pit straight and you'll probably run them over. I think it's a fair assessment. So we say goodbye to Cedric, Mario, Gru, Eustace Eistog and Arc Runner in Q2. Unfortunately for the Mercedes boys, well, Eustace obviously hit the wall out of the final corner. Arc Runner lost the wing. By the time he got in to actually replace that, it was raining, so nothing he could have done. Gru, by the looks of it, has been given a 5-place grid penalty, so he's not going to start 13th, he's going to start 18th. Better watch it before I bring the blue baguette into the comms box. Okay. It just sounds scary. Yeah, all right then. I'll watch it. Fair enough. He wouldn't have run you over. I mean, if he did, he would have done it on accident. He wouldn't have done it on purpose. I suppose the other thing to mention there is Gaza and Convict are both through on medium tyres, so they will both start this race on mediums, giving them a tyre advantage, as the mediums are the best race tyre. Something's holding us up. I can only assume that somebody is spinning. Spinning right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, round, right round. Somewhere like that, anyway. Look at that. All covered by however many it was. 4 tenths was 4th to 10th, I think. So we move into Q3. Yes, I know, I'm spectating. It's going to tell me that every time, innit? Oh, this rain does look heavy. We might be on full wets. No, they're still on the intermediates. They might want to get out quick though, because it looks heavy. So Gaza straight out. He's reacting to it. I think that's Daz, is it? Daz is going to be first out of the pit, so he will be first to set a time, which could be an advantage, you know, with how heavy this rain looks. It is pelting it down. Is this what the weather's always like in Holland, Brian? You're Dutch. Is it always as wet as this? I thought it was bad over here in the UK. Oh no, Gru, really? Competed on lap 1, span lap 2, and then got a grid penalty for hitting a DAF car. That's a bit harsh. Matt, you kept it quiet that you'd been teammates with a fellow Scots convict. You would definitely be my favourite in that team lineup. Fair enough. Gru, Aston in the mud without me, says Sarah. Can't argue with that, really. They're both out. So, what sort of time can Lil Daz set? With how heavy this rain looks, I think they're all going to want to make sure they get their first laps in. Why is there a McLaren slowed down? That's Mini Devil. I think he was just letting the car through, to be fair. I think he was letting an Alfa Romeo through. not Alfa Romeo. That is an Alpine, so that must be Brian. For whatever reason. So, as you can actually see the puddles on the track. How awesome is that? Oh, Grooves laid the hammer down. He said, we'll see where we finish to Sierra. He also said, you better watch out if I'm having a bad race, because I owe you. So, Daz. It's all look pretty tidy from Daz. Usually, on wets, people just tend to get faster and faster on intermediates. And wets, actually, to be fair. But, say, it is raining so heavy that this track may get slower and slower. So, why Convicts is still sat in the pits, I'm not entirely sure. Could be out there. So Daz crosses the line on a 23.3. We know from the last qualifying session that is not particularly quick, but it's faster than the McLaren of Gaza. Let's get to Brian. Brian is going to cross the line. He goes 23.6. Each car that crosses the line is slower. Sierra's 24.4. Kenyon 24.6. Many Devils come into the pit. Ferrari of Jon Snow. Is this track actually just getting slower and slower? Is that why they are in the order that they cross the line? Jon Snow's nowhere near it. He's into the pits. Alan is on full wets. We switched to a full wet track, guys. I think we've effectively just seen qualifying. Well, for P1 to P5, I think we've just seen qualifying. From P6 downwards still needs to be full. Convict's currently sat in the pits on softs. I wouldn't make that mistake, mate, because it is hammering down. Alan's out on full wets. Mini Devil is on full wets. And we'll go P6 at the moment on a 137.7, but we saw that he was just driving around slowly, so let's stick on board with him and see if he can go any quicker. I genuinely think that we have just seen Lil Daz in the Williams pull off an amazing pole position, which is astounding, to be quite honest. He finished P2 last week in a brilliant result, and he's just pulled off pole position, I believe. So Alan's sector 2 split coming up. Well, not yet, it's not. His sector 2 is just coming up now. It's an idea. He's apparently 14.5 seconds up, which is enough to put him on pole position. If he can maintain that. He was going slow in the last lap, so it looks like full wets at a quicker tyre. He comes out that nicely with a nice pace. He's going to go pole. It's 22.9 from Alan, so qualifying is not over. The wet tyre is quicker than the intermediates. Well, fair play to Alan and Mini Devil, who both noticed that. So potentially now, Convict has switched to full wets. Still sat in the pits though. We want to get out, Convict. It's not drying up. Mini Devil then. Let's see what he can do in the McLaren. Can he go just as quick? Or if not quicker than Alan? Yellow in sector 1 was just somebody getting out of the way. So, potentially genius move from Alan and Mini Devil. I can't remember what Alan's actual time was over Sector 2. So that would have given us an idea. Mini Devil is 57.7. That's a good one to keep in mind. Depending on where he crosses the line. Look at tentative around Torpedo. On the power. As Alan goes quicker again on a 22.4. Mini Devil then crosses the line on a 22.4 as well. And goes provisional pole. So, wow, okay, Daz is on a hot lap. Right, he was on an out lap, although it didn't say out lap on the standings board. So, Jon Snow now goes fastest on a 22.0. Intermediates were never the right tyre for these conditions. Said it looks heavy, the rain. Convict is finally out on track and started a fast lap, so let's have a look. Lil Daz then is half a tenth up in the first sector. So it wasn't an outstanding pole position from Daz, well not yet anyway. Look at the puddles all over the track. Not nice at all. Five-place grid penalty for Jon Snow for a collision with Sierra. They're both off track. I think John just reset his track. I'm not sure. It could have been my ends. A little bit of lagging maybe, I don't know, that's the honest truth. Daz then, quarter of a second up out of sector 2, across the line, he's 6.5 tenths up, stays P4, but improves his time to a 22.6. Gaza, half a tenth up in the first sector, much the same as Daz was at that point. There are some other cars crossing the line. Convict's just gone into P8 with his first run of the session. Sierra's into the pits. I don't know if he's got enough. He might have enough time to get a new set of wets on and get back out again. It's going to be tight. Jon Snow's followed him in as well. I'm going to suggest that Sierra might well have enough time to stick a new set of wets on and get out and do another lap. But I don't think Jon Snow has. I think it's that tight between them. Gaz is into the pits. That's a mistake. I don't know why he's coming to the pits. He's on board with Kenyon and he's half a tenth up. That half a tenth in the first sector seems to be a norm. That was an Alpine round. That was Brian. Sitting there waiting for everybody to go past. Here he goes, spins it round. Starts going. His lovely pink helmet. Look at that helmet. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Let's go back to Kenyon then. It's quarter of a second up after sector 2. He's on target to displace Gaza. Sierra and Jon Snow have... Oh, Sierra has come back out, so he is trying. With where he is on the track, it's going to take... He's going to have to absolutely belt round the track to get back round onto a hot lap. Jon Snow hasn't even tried. Who's that McLaren? It must be Mini Devil. He's on an out lap though. Who's the next one? Who's that? That is Lil Daz. Let's see how he's doing up at the end of sector 2, because he's the next one to cross the line on a hot lap. So he's 8 tenths down. Alan has retired. There's an Alpha on track. This is Sierra. Can he get across the line? I don't think he can. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. 5 second. Yeah, he's definitely not going to make that, unfortunately. So it doesn't quite get out quick enough. So it's Kenyon. Kenyon displaces Lil Daz, his teammate, moves into P5. There's a Ferrari of Convict, goes nearly a second quicker and moves up to P5. That's a brilliant lap from Convict. The Alpha that was on track is P9. As Brian takes pole position. He's gone from facing the wrong way to taking pole position the very next lap. It's an outstanding lap from Brian, a 1:22.004. That is quite brilliant. Mini Devil is 12.5 seconds down, so he's the last runner. So that will be the end of qualifying. So crosses the line and finishes off qualifying. So a massive congratulations to Brian on his realistic performance debut. Did he race last week? I can't remember. Brian, did you race last week? You can tell me. I don't know, Mario. It's... yeah, you just never know with this game, do you, buddy? It's usually wet in the Netherlands, but not this wet. It is his debut, so congratulations, buddy, on a debut pole position in an Alpine. That is impressive. We'll stick you in an ass next week. So as you can see, Cyril's only lap was on the Inters, which turned out to be the wrong tyre. There we have it then. There is qualifying. So Brian takes pole, Jon Snow P2, Mini Devil P3, Alan P4, Convict P5, Kenyon P6, Lil Daz P7, Gazza P8, LMB P9 and Cyril P10. Jon Snow has been given a 5-place grid penalty, so he will actually start P7, and anyone from Daz, between him and Daz, anyone between him and Gazza will move up a position, but not Gazza, unfortunately, who will start P8. There we have it. It's definitely a topsy-turvy grid, so it should make for a great race. Looking forward to it. I'm just going to take a quick break myself, since I've now been commentating nearly 3 hours straight, and I'm going to stick you on the break screen when I can get Lightstream up. I'm going to refresh it. Here we go then. So right then. Here we go. We're on break screen. Hello again guys, Reformation Lab has just started. That was an exceptionally quick break. I do apologise for missing the start of it, although it doesn't really matter, it's just a formation lap. Just while we guys are doing their formation laps, we are going to take a look at the standings. So up on your screen now we should have the driver standings. So as you can see, Lil Daz actually extended his lead slightly last week and now leads by 26 points over Bristow, who was starting last, as opposed to Daz's 6th. Third place there is Canty, who's moved up to Aston Martin this week from Alfa Romeo. Alan in P4 still plodding along, doing nicely for himself. So that's all good. Now let's take a constructors. Please just change. Don't make me refresh you again. Extreme. It's making me refresh again. Why is there a load of cars absolutely miles off? No one knows. Right, so you should now be able to see the constructors. So as you can see, Williams only leading Aston Martin by 4 points, but Aston Martin have had a poor qualifying session, so chance for Williams to extend that lead, you feel. Alpha Tauri P3 on 156. That's the two Alpine boys that when they were in my team were winning the championship, so clearly you shouldn't have left me. Alpine in 150, Alfa Romeo 143, so all pretty close. There's a lot to play for in the constructors, which is great. Please, let me get you back to... Oh, I'm going to miss the start of the race. 5 lights are on and they are out. And we are... Right, I think we just caught it. So we are off and away. Brian gets a good start. And there is a car. That looks like a Merc that has run very wide. I think it might have been Useless Ice Dog. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it is because he's dropped to 18th. Gaz has dropped to 19th. But most importantly, doesn't seem to have any damage. Convict in the Ferrari though is down 16 places. Yellow in sector, it's Sierra, I think. It is Sierra who's just smashed a pile of styrene board to pieces. So he dropped to 17th. Doesn't look like any drivers have picked up damage. Or part maybe from the Merc. Yeah, the Merc's lost the front right end plate, so Useless is going to have to pit. There we have it. Well, Nazi speeding in a pit lane, LMB. That's the other Romeo, so they're both Alfa Romeos having first lap dues. Lil Daz is all over the back of Mini Devil at the moment. It's right for these guys. Looks like our most likely battle for a position change. So Lil Daz just fallen off the back a little bit. And Jon Snow right on the back of Alan as well. Maverick's also in the pits, so both Maverick and LMB having to make those first lap pit stops, both onto fresh medium tyres. One driver has opted to start on hard tyres, and that is Matt, so that's an interesting one. The predicted stop strategy is a 1-stop soft to hard, or a 2-stop soft medium soft. I suppose it doesn't really matter what order you do that in, but interesting to know. So Daz has now fallen right off the back of Mini Devil. Alan's trying to take advantage of that. We are On to lap 3, so DRS is now activated. I'm just going to pop my phone on charge for a little bit, so if you make any comments for the next sort of 10 minutes, I won't see them because it's about to die and I don't want it to actually switch off. Mario has had a moment. Mario is ranged. He's not out of the race, so he just needs to get going. Here he goes, spins it back round to face the right way. There is an Alfa Romeo approaching him very quickly. A bit careful, Mario, because your tyres may be a bit on the hot side right now, as Bristow makes a move on runner and gets ahead. And Mario is out. What did I just say, Mario? Oh, it's they've taken each other out. LMB is out as well. We have a virtual safety car which has been switched to a full safety car, which is news to Useless Ice Dog's ears. But something has happened between Mario and LMB, which has taken them both out of the race, and they're both in the middle of the track. And Useless does quite brilliantly there to evade them. Right, warning out to all of you, if you approach this incident. Brian, obviously you're first. It looks like the cars are being removed. They have now. You're safe, buddy. They've been removed. So, lots of pittings going on. 5 in the pits so far. Adrian switches to hards. Sarah to mediums. John to mediums. Alan to mediums. Daz to mediums. It makes complete sense to be pitting to mediums already, because you can effectively do a one-stop medium to medium here from this point. So safety car, assuming it stays out for a couple of laps and get going on lap 7, say. It'd basically be 30 laps, 15 laps on each set of mediums would make complete sense. Although, of course, other safety cars could happen that throw that completely out the window. Adrian opting for the hards. I can't imagine he's contemplating taking us to the end. Although it is Adrian, he does do some strange things sometimes, so I wouldn't put it past him. That's the sort of strategy you can try when you're in Haas that can end up paying off big time. Some valuable points. It is a case of having to wait now for Useless Ice Dog to make his way back up to the back of the safety car queue. He's a good half a lap behind, so it's going to take him a couple of laps, I think. I mean, Useless Ice Dog, you've got a couple of laps to get onto the back, buddy. Don't try going too hard and taking too much out of your tyres doing so. Your race is just as important as everybody else's, so don't do that. Just noticed Dreams up to P6 in the Haas. Well, that's impressive. Position changes, he's up 11 places. Bristow up 12. The biggest gainer though, Gru, is up to P4. That's right, Sarah, if you're still listening, Gru is up to P4. Even if you hadn't said nothing now, didn't you? As one Alpha's out, you're left in P17. And Aston are currently running P4 and P5. I'm to blame that on you, Sarah. You said some on the chat, so it's kind of your fault. My current biggest loser, other than the ones that are out, obviously, is Alan, who's down 11 places in the AlphaTauri. Not often to say this, but he's actually behind his teammate Matt. But sure that won't last too long. But, that is due to a pit stop to change to medium tyres, so Naz is in the same place as our Jon Snow. So, there's Maverick now. Oh, he's on the back of them. Okay. We are going again. I hadn't even seen the notice, I do apologise. I hadn't noticed that. As Gru and Kenyon are side by side into turn 1. It looks like Gru's caught Kenyon out there. And moves into P3. Great racing, we've got a yellow. That is something down at the back. That is Adrian and Alan. Alan is out. So Alan is out. That won't cause a safety car. The stewards will get that dealt with way before the boys get back round again. So it's fine. Let's go on board with Kansi, who's right on the back of Kenyon. Kenyon will be sick on this restart of Aston Martins. One's already passed him, the other is completely filling his mirrors. Sick of the sight of them. Kenyon not someone to give up lightly. He's not just going to let Canty pass. Kenyon won't mind being passed, but he knows that's all part of the game. But just won't make it easy for them to do so, that's all. If you're going to do it, earn it. So, just a couple of changes to further down. Little Daz gets ahead of Cedric. And Jon Snow got ahead of Cyril, was it? Or Cyril got ahead of Bruce? Oh my word! Free of breath. Cyril comes out of that somehow unscathed, coming straight through the middle of the two. That was some move. Cyril's up to P11. Recovery drive going well so far for Cyril. He's got that Ferrari of Jon Snow all over the back of him now. As Dreams loses a couple of places in the Haas. Although he might have got one back off Convict, has he? No. Ferrari too much for him in the end. Still, Dreams doing exceptionally well, up 9 places in the Haas. As Daz gets past Runner. I don't think Arc Runner would be too concerned about that. DRS is enabled. We have a yellow in Sector 3. It's a Ferrari, it's the Ferrari of Jon Snow. He's gone round in the final corner. Well, so I have no idea if these incidents are contacts that are made or whether they've done it themselves, so if the race continues like it is, it could be an extremely busy start to the week for the stewards. And Jon Snow pitted as well. So it's now going to be him and Adrian praying for another safety car. Who's close? Who's close? Benny Devil at the front actually is close on the back of Brian, but let's go to Arc Runner, who's on the back now of Dreams. It's one of those situations for Arc Runner. He knows he needs to get past that house as quick as possible, but as a sensible driver as Arc Runner, he won't send it anywhere stupid. As the battle's going on for the lead, they are side by side into turn 1. And Mini Devil gets the move completed and moves in to the lead of the race. Both on exactly the same tyres. Matt and Useless having a battle. It looks like Useless has come off worse there. And he's had a moment, he's lost his wing. Matt looks undamaged, but Useless Ice Dog has lost his wing. Clearly some contact there. Who's close now? Canty pretty close to the back of Kenyon. Still, Kenyon fighting off that Aston. Jon Snow and Adrian having a fight down at the back. Jon Snow gets ahead. So we have yellows in Sector 2. It's Bristow. Bristow's round. I mean, Surely he's got damage, hasn't he? Looked like he was nose first into that barrier, but I can't see any damage. Both end plates appeared to be there. So there we have it. Let's have a look then. Arc Runner still on the back of Dreams. Still desperately wanting to get past. Problem Arc Runner's got now is those mediums will be nicer tyres than the softs now. But of course he's got a Mercedes powered car underneath him, as opposed to Dreams Haas. So Cira is kind of saying to Arc Runner, look, you need to get this move done, buddy. Otherwise I'm going to have to take a run at you, because I can't sit behind forever. I need to get up the road. So the other Merc of Useless is back into the pits again. Comes out on a fresh set of softs. I mean, you would think that when they get round to the main straight, surely Arc Runner under DRS and a Mercedes powered engine. Oh, they made contact. Made contact. Oh, from the aerial view, you've got to say it did look like Runner just sort of drove into the back of him, but I don't know. I don't like to assume things like that, because you never quite know unless you see the actual POVs. So now Cira's going to be all over the back of Dreams. Oh, Cira's round! Cira is round. He's off track. I think he's going to avoid the wall. That is the curb that's done that to him. And now Matt comes toddling back past him. A bit careful, Cira. Those tyres are going to be hot. Let's do a good third to a half a lap, just to get him back onto temperature, and then you can fight Matt again. What a shame for Cira. He was doing a good job recovering up the field. Still can't find a way past Kenyon, who is now caught back up to the back of Gru. So Kenyon really is in an Aston Martin sandwich this week. Wow. Okay, so despite Mini Devil getting past Brian to take the lead, he's not managed to get away from him. The gap remains 4 attempts. So they are close. What they have done is they have created a gap to Gru, who's currently P3 of 3.5 seconds. So just at the moment, these guys are probably looking to one stop on these softs. Oh, we've lost Jon Snow. The Ferrari is out. He's binned it himself there, I'm afraid. He's come right. That's going to be a safety car. So Adrian and Mavericks' wishes come true, and they get the safety car they need. I'm afraid that was John. He's caught the inside curb, I think it would be. Going around the one just before that corner there that we just seen Useless take. So everybody pits. But yeah, he's caught that curve and it's just spun him across into the barrier. I'm afraid once that starts to happen, once you actually lose and it starts to spin, you're a passenger. You're not going to recover that one, I'm afraid. So unfortunate for John. Mini Devil then has pitted onto mediums, as is Brian, as is Gru, as is Kenyon. Lil Daz has gone through and taken the lead of the Netherlands Grand Prix. Sandbort. But he remains on 8-lap-old mediums. but on this occasion choosing track position, which is probably the correct thing to do. Right now, 24 laps to go. I'm not saying that you couldn't do 24 laps on a set of mediums, but I would say that they're going to be slow for a good 5-6 laps at the end, maybe even longer. So it's not an ideal situation, really. I think Daz has done the right thing staying out because he stops on the first safety car. He's only got one more stop to make. Just the same as all of those behind them if they don't, depending on whether they choose to try and push it out or not. But I don't think the pit lane here is long enough to warrant trying to stay out. So we may be a little while with a safety car, I'm afraid. First car to catch up to them is Cedric in P13, but Adrian, who's P16, and Maverick in P15 have got some way to make up. Dreams takes the opportunity to make a pit stop. Just to mention that the whole field right now is penalty free. And we are on lap 14 of the Zandvoort Grand Prix. It's a very easy place to corner cut, so that's pretty impressive. Then we did have a penalty earlier on. For speeding in the pit lane, wasn't it? I believe. But they've either served it or they're out. It's one or the other. So Dreams has made his stop and he is caught back up. So only one driver has opted to take the gamble of jumping to hards. Now I think that's a very clever gamble from Gaza in the second McLaren tonight, because yes, they are slow to start with the hards, but they bed in and they become just as quick as the mediums after a while. He can definitely go to the end on those tyres, whereas everybody else, for me, has to pit. So I think he's made a good choice there. He's got the power underneath him in the McLaren to fight off other drivers. Okay, Matt in the car directly behind him is on a fresh set of softs, so that might be a bit hard to fight off. But then the cars behind are on mediums, so I think he'll be able to fight those off with the power in the McLaren. And then his reward comes later in the race when everybody else has to pit. Is there going to be another safety car? Well, it's Zandvoort. It's one of the most difficult races of the season, I think. Could easily be another safety car, but we do run reduced safety car now, so there's every chance that we could get to the end without another one. I hope we do get to the end without another one, not just because safety cars are a bit boring, but I'd like to see, I like it when people like Gaza here make this sort of gamble and it pays off. I like to see it because it's a clever strategy. It's just so annoying when they decide to go for a gamble. I do it quite often and then another safety car comes out and it just completely ruins it. So let's see if it pays off for Gaza on this occasion. We will get going next lap, but there was the confirmation safety car in this lap. So let's move back to the front boys. So you would think Daz is going to come under pretty quick attack from Mini Devil and Brian. Nice fresh mediums. Sirius decided to stay out as well. He's on 10 lap all mediums, the same as Daz, and is now running P6 track position. But he's doing exactly the same as Daz in the sense of he's going to have to stop again in a way. So take the track position from now. Make some time up when you make your pit stop to gain the places. So let's go in. Daz goes. I don't think he really caught Mini Devil. Mini Devil wasn't close enough to him to get any sort of run. Ryan looks to stick it down the inside of Mini Devil. There's a bit of contact on the exit. Not much. Let's go to the broadcast cam, should give us a better angle. Guy's got the higher, normally more tracked. Yeah, got better traction on the higher line. If you remember in real life, that's the route that you saw the cars taking. Maverick is out. Eustace Eistog is out. There's been some sort of contact, I think, with Cedric, which has retired the Mercedes. Cedric gets going again, but has no front wing, so that's going to be a long trip back to the pits for him. So on the restart, Daz retains the lead of the race. But Brian gets ahead of Mini Devil for P2. And I think it's oh, Brian's lost it! He's lost it out of the final corner, he's into the wall. It's not terminal damage, but everybody's going to have to go past, and he's facing in the wrong direction. Please don't disqualify him, game. Thank you. He's lost his front wing. At least he's right by the pit entrance, but he's lost it from P2 that was surely going to soon be P1. And to rub salt into the wounds, he speeds into the pit lane, picking up 5 seconds, and retires in the pits. I don't know why he's retired. No need to retire there. Just out of pure frustration, I suspect. Cedric is back on the Red Bull. Hi Kyle. Nice to hear from you. Brian, keep that out of the chat, buddy. Kids in the chat. Okay, mate, no worries. Yeah, I just deleted it off. No worries anyway. Let's get back to the racing. Sierra's made it into P5. Oh, we've lost Renner! And we've got another safety car. We have another safety car. Cedric, going to be able to catch back up to the back of the pack, buddy. What's happened to Renner then? I can't see his car on the track. Must have already been cleared, but we have another safety car, and now we are in the territory of pitting for mediums that will take you to the end properly. We can after the race, buddy, Dreams, but we can't at the moment because you're on track and shouldn't be writing in chat, so you'll be penalised for that. As you knew, you can get away with it this once. As that is Matt into the pits, so he'll be putting mediums on to the end, I believe. If this is hurting anybody, actually, it's probably hurting Gazza the most. Because his hard strategy was a good one. Potentially. But obviously, laps under safety car may mean these guys that pit to mediums have got more chance of getting to the end on them. Still think it was a bit of a gamble for those guys switching to mediums at that early point, unless they were intending on switching back to softs later on, maybe. But could have changed that completely. This is going to be a long safety car. Matt will catch up pretty quickly, but Cedric is only basically a straight ahead of the safety car, so he's going to need some time to catch back up. Like I said with Maverick, Cedric, don't don't push your tyres too hard. You're as important as anybody else is, so just do what you got to do. time, but just make sure you do get back range. You don't want to waste the opportunity. So, been lots of incidents, lots of changes going on. So we've got the McLaren leading the race, and Mini Devil did get ahead of Lil Daz in that short restart. But then we have the two Aston Martins. I have to say, I'm pretty amazed that Daz and Sierra have opted to stay out. I thought surely they would pit for another set of mediums to the end. As Adrian comes in again. It's a free pit stop for Adrian in a way. Cedric's not close enough to get ahead of him. So Adrian sticks on 3 lap old hards. A bit different. Might be the only option he had, to be fair. Yeah, perhaps just didn't have another set of mediums he could go to. The only one on absolute fresh mediums is Matt in P11, which puts him in potentially good stead. Cedric is on 2 lap old mediums, so in the end, despite being so far behind after losing his wing in turn 1 after the restart, in an instant with Maverick, he could end up actually being in a pretty decent position. I mean, one thing else, we know Daz will have to pit again, we know Sierra will have to pit again. I'm just not 100% sure about the guys that are on sort of 5 and 6 lap mediums. Still see there's still quite a few of you out there. I'm just going to take this opportunity to say thank you once again for tuning in and supporting the stream and supporting the league. It's really good of you. I think I called it at the start that we were likely to have a few safety cars at Zandvoort. Even on reduced safety car, it's just one of those tracks. It's tracks like this where it's not just a case of incidents occurring. A track like this, but so easy to. I've seen so many drivers do it already. Some to the loss of their race, some not, but they all have another chance. So that, which is going to be lap 22 laps remaining. That's going to mean those guys on 7 or 6 lap mediums are doing 21, 22 laps at Zandvoort. Quite high wear around here. It's nowhere near the highest, but it's high. So I still I'll see another pit stop out of them. If there's another safety car, they'll all pit in a way. So Daz having another great race at the moment in P2. As I said, definitely has to pit again. Grew in P3 and 7 lap old mediums. Don't know, might be to get to the end. Right. Watching the stream, let your comment and let us know. I'm talking about drivers that aren't currently. Perhaps let us know what the tyre wear is like. Are these guys that are on sort of 6, 7 lap old mediums likely to get to the end on those? So long since I did Zandvoort, I must admit, I can't really remember. So we are off on. And Brew has got a run on Daz. Side at turn 1. Aston Martin spun. He's recovered it in 8th place. He managed to get going again pretty well. It looked like there may have been some contacts. I'm not sure with though. It might have been Kenyon, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll explain what's here before. Dreams and Canty fighting. Let's move to them because they are. Tussle. Oh, there's some carbon. Cross is out. Is out. I don't think it. That's safe. A slap after the on. I don't think. Safe. Out. Been in play. Front template. At 5 bars, there should be no issues. There is carnage, Alan. We have another safety car. We have lost Dreams and Gaza in the latest incidents. We are down to 11 drivers at Zandvoort. Your teammate Matt is in P11, but he is on brand new fresh mediums to take him to the end. The 2 drivers ahead have gambled on softs, and I think they're going to have 12 laps to complete when the safety car comes in, which should be next lap. Esson says Dreams, yeah, you were having a good race, mate. Unlucky. Again, can we keep the swearing off the stream, please? We are kid friendly, so please keep it clean. Yeah, same for you, Alan. It's one of those races, I'm afraid. I mean, even on reduced safety. Is this safety car number 4? I've just had a 5-car safety race. It's 5 safety cars around Singapore. Please don't make it 5 around Zandvoort as well. I've officially now been commentating for 3 hours and 42 minutes straight. Safety car is in this lap. The confirmation comes up. So let's go on with, if we go on Kenyon with the broadcast cam, we should get a pretty good view. So Crew from nowhere is in with a chance of winning this race. Just starting, I think, P18 because he had the 5-place grid penalty, didn't he? So I think he started 18th. No worries, Dreams. Tyre wear's very low, is it? It really is so long since I've done Zandvoort. It's probably the longest. Oh, we've lost another one. Cedric is out on the restart. Oh, wow. He has completely smashed the car up, as is Matt. Matt is out. Is Trev still watching? Have you fallen asleep, Trev? Matt is out. Matt and Cedric have come together. Kenyon is out. What on earth is going on? So we have another restart. We've lost 3 drivers in 1, 2, 3 corners. 2 of them didn't even make it to the first corner. That's impressive. Well, the good news for the guys that are left, there is no safety car this time. The cars are cleared. Only 8 of you left. You're all scoring points, and that's 3 more in a crash. This is absolutely unbelievable. What is going on? Alan's saying cancel the race. What is going on? Adrian has no front wing. He's back going again. Keep it going, Adrian. You're in the points in a Haas regardless. Just keep going, buddy. Sierra also has no front wing. Convict doesn't pit. Whereas Gru pits. He had damage. So he goes to a set of softs to take him to the end. Adrian will obviously be coming in. Just remember, don't do any silly retirements, because you're guaranteed points just for making it to the end. In fact, you're guaranteed 4 points just for making it to the end. So 4 points are vital for Haas. Gru got pushed onto the grass on the restart, did he? Okay. I am going to predict that it's going to be an extremely busy week for the stewards, or starts of the week for the stewards. There's Canty now on the back of Lil Daz. Let's see. Canty on fresh softs, but Daz on fresh mediums. So Canty will want to get this move done as soon as possible. DRS is once again enabled. Obviously I'm joking, calls murders. I think there's been a few tonight, from this talent. There's been a few murders. The other thing about this is hopefully this battle goes on for a while, because there are no other battles. And there's not likely to be any other battles on track at all for the rest of this race, unless Bristow catches up to the back of this. But savour this, guys, because this could be our last one for the whole race. Oh, Alan, don't it take you back to your days of playing Wreckfest? My viewers have dropped. I don't blame them. Mini Devil sets the fastest lap of the race on his 14-lap old mediums. That's there to be beaten, clearly. As Kant then, under DRS, does get past Daz. No penalties involved. Remarkably, we didn't have any penalties involved when there was like 14 cars on the track. So the question now is, can Bristow get that Alpine up to the back of the Williams? There isn't a massive performance difference between an Alpine and a Williams, if I'm honest, so it may be difficult. Was that Gru setting the fastest lap then? I think it just saw pop up. So he's on for useful points again, but unfortunately for him, his championship rival is currently in P3, and he's fighting back at Kant, you know. Oh, Kant has a moment! That somehow avoids him, but can't quite get a move done. It's going to be close going into the pit straight. Can he get back ahead under DRS? Would have been a scary moment for Kant and Daz, I'd imagine. There'll be some soiled seats. Those cars. Daz tries to put it up the inside. He's going to be on the outside in the next turn, so I think he'll have to come out of that move, and he does. Convict picks up 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane, so Convict pits to a set of softs. Gru Is Gru going to get ahead of him? This is going to be tight out of the pitch now. Yeah, Gru does get ahead. It's Gru up to P5 now. Back to Daz. Bristow, importantly, is within DRS range of Little Daz now. Well, he's in it and then out of it, and then in it and then out of it again. So we have a yellow in sector 3. That is the Haas of Adrian. Not having a huge amount of fun, and Many Devil is coming round to lap him now. Oh, and he's stuck in the middle of the track. Oh, but Many Devil gets through. Does he get going again? He does. Well, Adrian's having a torrid time out there, but... Oh, Lil Daz is into the pits. And now then, Gru. No, Gru isn't going to get through, is he? It's a straightforward tyre change for Daz. Oh, it's a safety car. Oh my word. How do I get 5 safety car races in a row on the same night? What have I done? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, poor Adrian, he's a lap down now. He's not going to be able to get back through. Unless all the front guys pit, but I can't imagine they will. The only one that might want to pit is Mini Devil because he's on 16 lap old mediums. The others aren't going to pit, are they? So Mini Devil does pit. So that'll unlap Adrian from him. Yeah, it will. Canty and Bristow pit, so Adrian is released. Adrian is released. Well, that's just, I mean, that is going to make the safety car extremely long. We're going to go the full amount of laps, surely. But Adrian is released. If I was Adrian now, well, he's probably under Delta at the moment, but as soon as that Delta disappears, I would be bombing it around. Bomb it around, get into the pits, new set of softs. Once you're at safe distance of not being lapped again. And then join up to the back of the grid. You can do that. Sarah's just stuck new softs on, so we won't bother. Everybody's got fresh softs on, apart from Gru and Adrian. So, I don't know if Adrian's got enough of a gap yet. It's probably has, but it's a bit tight, so it might be worth going another lap. It also puts 1 lap less strain on the tyres. Now he's diving in now. Just thinking it would put 1 lap less strain on the tyres if he did another lap on those before pitting. But see, safety car's into the final corner now, so there's no risk that he'd end up being left behind. If you see what I mean, he's now on the same straight as the safety car, and he has 2 laps to make that up, and obviously won't. Well, he has to make it up, but he doesn't want to be taking too much out of his tyres. That's the point. But for me, I'd have done another lap there, but here's what it is. Ciro could choose to take a free pit stop, but doesn't. Obviously, I know his tyres are fresh anyway, but Ciro could have taken a free pit stop there and just put another set of fresh softs on, although I doubt he's got any fresh softs left. I doubt anybody has. Oh, I've really dropped viewers now. This is See what you're doing to me, guys. Some real... Oh, it's gone back up again. So, just Adrian to catch back up. I believe the safety car can indeed do another lap yet, so it looks to me like we will be going again on lap 34. So, amazingly... Oh no, what I was going to say was completely wrong. Well, we've got two Aston Martins in. So the Astons won a lovely time out there, and will take the lead, or extend the lead, or whatever it was, in the Constructors today. We only have one McLaren, one Williams. I'm completely confused. One Alpine. Bristow in. He's in an Alpine, yeah. So, yeah, there we go. One Ferrari, one Alfa Romeo, and one Haas remaining. So, just a bit of a shame that after the sheer brilliance, to be honest, of the last two last two races, definitely, and it was a bit of a poor one, I think, at Austria, wasn't it? And then, about 3 or 4 races before that were absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, Zandvoort is turning out to be one of the poor ones. It's bound to happen, and across the 24, well, what was going to be a 24 race season is going to be a bit less now, but because obviously we took Rush out, and I think we're going to remove another 2 because of the release date of the game, but that's not been confirmed yet, so see. So everybody is now bunched up. So Gru has the oldest tyres, currently in P5. He's on 6-lap-old softs. Is that going to leave him vulnerable to the likes of Convicts and Syrah? Let's see if they've learnt their lesson and actually get off and maybe say to themselves, let's not be too silly here, we're guaranteed points. Points are hard to come by, and it's only 1 to 10 that picks up points. So we're going again. Garrett's not able to do anything about Mini Devil on the restart. Everybody's started okay though. Just drop down a little bit to Convicts because he's right on the back, as you can see, he's right on the back of Gru. So that's probably... Gru's sauce won't even be close yet to going off, but the fact that Convicts are completely fresh will obviously give him a nice advantage pace-wise. He's also in a Ferrari compared to an Aston Martin. So Convicts are a real opportunity. He's going to have a look at the outside into turn 1. What's his traction like out of the corner? It's pretty good. They're going to stay side by side. In the end, Convict backs out. Oh, but... Oh, Gru's round. Gru is out. He's caught the curb. There was no contact there between him and Convict. Convict had backed out. And Gru, in defending, went across the curb and has spun it straight into the wall. So Gru is out, and that will be music to Lil Daz's ears. So unfortunate for Gru. Trying so hard to defend the move from Convict, but at that point Convict had backed out. But that curb is a deadly one, unfortunately. It's the same one. I can't remember who it was earlier on, but we saw go. Was it John? I can't remember. But it is a deadly curb, and once you start to go when you touch it, you can't recover it. There's no chance. So we will have DRS for one lap. We'll give Canty the opportunity to get past the Williams of Lil Daz. It looks like he's going to take back-to-back second places. Doesn't look like Canty's, like Canty's going to be close enough to Daz. It's round here would be the opportunity. This is where the DRS is. It's not a very long DRS zone. So he's opening his way too far back. So let's go to Mini Devil then, who, to be honest, has driven a very good race, but he's mainly picking up the win here because he's kept it clean. He's kept it, you know, he's not been involved in any incidents. He's just kept it clean. Smashes the car up over the line, but finishes. Daz crosses the line. It was a drag race to the end between Canty and Bristow, but it looks Canty held on. And that is the end, thank goodness, of the Zandvoort Grand Prix. The game award for Driver of the Day goes to Bristow, who started last and has finished P4. As Mini Devil celebrates his win, and Daz without a doubt celebrates his P2 with his closest championship rival retiring at the death of the race. And Canty back to form in the Aston Martin, have been promoted up from Alfa Romeo. Yeah, Mini Devil also takes fastest lap with a 1:12.3. Huge amount to say. I think Bristow gets driver of the day for me as well. Simply last on the grid to finish 4th. I know it's only 7 finishers, but still. But all 7 guys that have finished all in a way deserve that. All deserve that, to be fair. But Bristow's made the most positions, so just make sure I get everything in for Sarah, so he don't complain at me. There we go, Sarah. I'll do it twice, just in case you missed it the first time. There we go. Congratulations to Mini Devil, Lil Daz, and Jay Kant on your podiums. Other than that, it was a pretty horrendous race, but I can't really try and big that one up. It just was a horrendous race. Next week, I believe we are taking a break. It was actually next week was supposed to be Monaco, but I believe we're stripping 2 races from the season to move into line with the release of the next game of 2022. And I believe that next week's race would coincide with the real life racing, so is it Miami next week? So I think we are going to cancel next week's race. If we cancel the Sunday to Monday, so I think it's going to be a free week next week. As always, guys, a massive thank you to everyone that tuned in while we were live. Also a massive thank you to everyone that watches the stream back. All views and everything, and if, you know, anything you do to support the stream, I really appreciate it. So a massive thank you to all of you. I'm Mark Hilly. I have done more than 4 hours straight commentating, so I'm well ready to